Good morning. Morning, Nia. Morning, Jem. Morning, Rebecca, is it? Nia. Hope you're all good. What's happened last night? Did you stay up for Andrew's stream last night? I bailed at 11:20. 2:15. Blimey, are you tired, Jem? Friday night and Saturday night is... Well, Friday night we normally watch Netflix and Saturday night is movie night. So I'm not usually around Friday or Saturday night on the lives. Hope you're good this morning. I had big plans this morning. Hi, Lex.
Hiya. Let me just grab my makeup stuff.
Lex is excited.
I'm hopping the border. I'm going to be a spy in a different country. I'm going to go in disguise. It is, right? I know I'm anticipating, me and Josh were saying this yesterday, anticipating that there will be comments left on mine and Carla's channel going like, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that.
You are.
But it's so confusing at the moment. I'm like, okay, it's a lot clearer in Wales. In Wales, it's just don't. You're not allowed to do anything. Mm-hmm. So that's quite simple. That's why people are hopping the borders today. You know, Andrew was saying last night that he's going to Chester today to get drunk, which is silly. Like, don't go and get drunk. Like we literally, like, I just want to sit down in a restaurant, and I think Carla does as well, and just have some food in a restaurant. Because I'm not drinking at the moment anyway, so it's not like I'm going to get sloshed.
Yeah.
Literally just want to sit in a place and go, this is relatively normal. So I
was watching TV yesterday, and they said 2 households can meet up indoors.
Yes.
So you're not breaking any rules there. And they also showed a lot of restaurants, and the restaurants and the pubs are being very, very responsible.
Yes.
So they're making sure that the customer's safety is there. So, you know, I really don't think anyone should comment and say you're doing anything wrong, because you're not.
Oh, it'll still happen though, Karen. It'll still happen. You know. Idiots still watch reports. My mum's got opinions too.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my makeup.
Okay. I just did my minimal makeup before and ate my Weetabix very quickly.
I'm sorry, Karen. Your Weetabix habits are just, they turn my stomach. Karen waits for it all to go to smush. Oh no. I'm literally, as soon as the milk hits the Weetabix,
Are you the kind of person that can eat cold toast?
It's got to be hard. Yeah, it's got to be. I can't have soggy toast or anything like that. Soggy toast, anything soggy just gives me.
All right.
It just makes me ill. I can't have soggy anything. And I'm one for separating things on plates as well. You know, like egg can't go next to beans if it's got a runny yolk, because you can't have the yolk going into the beans. And
no, I can't do that. The egg has to be, when I have a mixed grill, the fried egg has to be eaten first on its own. Not on its own, but I mean first, before I put any ketchup on the plate. Because I can't have them two meat, because they just taste horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of with you on that one. Although brown sauce, not ketchup.
Yeah, Darren's brown sauce, I'm ketchup.
Oh, brown sauce all the way, man. Yeah, it's the best sauce. It's the best.
Darren covers most of his food, apart from a roast dinner, in spicy barbecue sauce or chili sauce.
Oh, no. Well, chili sauce, I kind of agree with. It depends what chili sauce, though. I like Frank's Red Hot sauce, because that is just, it's tart and it's lovely.
Where did you get that from? He's not tried that.
Tesco. It's like £1 a bottle, and it's lovely because it is just pure like chili and vinegar. So you only need like dash. I mean, not me. I'm going half the bottle. But yeah, honestly, Frank's is just delicious. And if you cook chicken in it as well, so pour it over chicken, because there's like the original and then there's one made for wings. So pour over chicken wings and then like cook them in the oven for like half hour, 40 minutes until it goes a bit crispy and stuff. Oh, so good. So good. See, Z's with me. Frank's on everything.
Yeah.
I've even, right, get this, I've even had Frank's Red Hot Sauce on chocolate ice cream.
No.
Seriously? Like, it's surprisingly good. You know?
I'll have to see if I can get some of this Frank's Red Hot Sauce then, because he does like trying different sauces.
Really good. You only need a little bit of it. So it'll last you a while. A bottle of Frank's lasts me a week. Because I'm literally just love chili sauce.
So someone's saying now you've still got tighter rules in Wales, but you're not going to be in Wales. You're going to be in Bristol.
No, I'm hopping the border.
So it's following the rules of Bristol.
That's the one that my mum has. That's very hot. And Encona is the other one, isn't it? Encona hot sauce, yeah. Which is an African one, isn't it? Encona, yeah. Because Mum used to live in Africa. So.
Ah, right. Sam, come and join us if you want. If you're.
Yeah, come on in. Yeah. So from Monday in Wales, we can visit and travel. So I'm breaking 2 days worth of rules.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just doing it early, you know.
Yeah. But you know, you're not irresponsible. If you had any symptoms, there's no way you'd be going anywhere.
Well, the thing is, I am responsible. I always wear my mask out. Yeah. You know, when I went to a charity shop yesterday, she was like, "Oh, you're the first person I've seen wearing a mask," you know. And she put hers on as well so that we could, you know, actually talk and stuff and safe distance and everything. And, you know, I didn't go around touching all of the things in the shop. I only picked up the things that I wanted to buy, you know. Yeah, I think I'm yeah, and I've always got my sanitizer with me and everything, you know. So there's you've got to outweigh safety and life, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you know, and also like this is for business as well. You know, like it's not like I'm not running out of stock exactly, but you saw how I was this week. Without the fun part of the job, I can't do the normal regular part. I actually can't physically do it.
Well, I was talking to Darren last night saying how gutted I was. I found a new do you remember I found a new charity shop just before lockdown? Yeah. And it's right next to a metro station, and me and Darren had planned on going there every week together. And then
you could make it go for lunch.
Yeah. There's an Asda nearby and there's like a cafe. And we were talking about every week me going there because the prices were really good. And I'm gutted.
Yeah. I mean, it will still be there. It's just, you know, you've got to get your confidence back with the outside world first, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know.
So my appointment's on the 15th of July, my appointment at the hospital. And we were discussing that, and we're going to walk there. We're going to take Monty with us because it's about a 20-minute walk.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, so we're going to walk there.
Cool.
And there's like a dog walking bit on the way there because they have like a path, a cycle path and a walkway bit that goes to the hospital just for people so they can walk to the hospital to work rather than
oh, that's good. Well, when I went on the bus yesterday, I mean, like mum's been on the bus. My mum was on the bus all the bloody time, you know. Yeah. So, and I forget that, you know, and I was like, oh yes, I went on a bus first time in 4 months, and it was quite you know, I used to go on a bus like 2-3 times a week, so it was quite ooh, what's it going to be like? And bless, this couple got on because it was quite like there was only 1 in 4 seats that you could sit in, so you had to sit next to the window, you couldn't sit on the aisle, and then you had to leave 1 row in between. I mean, there were only like 3 of us on the bus anyway, but a couple got on. And they were like, "Ooh!" And they were wearing their surgical masks and stuff. And they were like, "Oh, so what do we do? Like, are we allowed to sit together?" It's like, yes, you're allowed to sit together. Just make sure there's a gap, you know, in between you and the next person. But bless, they were all like, "Oh, this is our first time out and stuff." But they were like, "Oh, this is an adventure, though, isn't it?" Like, I'm loving it, really. You know.
See, my stress level has gone up a little bit again because I was watching a news I was watching the BBC News, and they were talking about how they've been. I know they were talking about how they've been looking into COVID and what it does to your body, and it makes your blood sticky, and that's why you're having trouble with your organs because of sticky blood. I've already got sticky blood, so my panic just went up a little bit more. I was like, oh my God, I've already got sticky blood, and it makes your blood even more sticky. I'm going to die. And I was just like, oh, it's really ridiculous. It's so irrational.
It is. I think again, it's that that weighing up of how much do you want your life, ruined by this, because it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a fine balance. And also, I mean, my mum had cancer a few years ago, so not only is she on the stay at home, you naughty person, you list, because she's of pensionable age, but also because she had a lymphoma in her eye socket.
Oh wow.
So she had radiotherapy for that. So she's on that list. Mm-hmm. And she was good. And for the first 12 weeks, she didn't go further than the end gate. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as home base opened, she was like, right, I'm out of here. Because it's just that she's like, well, what's the point? Like, if I can't do the things I want to do, what's the point?
Hello, Sam, we can't see you.
Because she's in a gym jam.
I'm in my gym jams, and my hair looks like Beetlejuice.
So you're just joining via audio link.
Yeah.
We have Sam on the line from...
Hello, caller.
Yes, where are you calling from?
Long time listener, first time caller.
What's your name and where do you come from?
What's your ASL, dude?
Are you getting ready to go to Carla's, Lex?
Yes, I'm meant to have a phone call at 10 o'clock as well, but to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen because they haven't replied to me to confirm.
Right, okay.
So, never mind.
I'm booked into the car boot tomorrow. I'm going selling. So I'm going emptying my unit today. Well, I'm going to get as much as I can in the car.
Yeah.
And we're going to... I've never been to this one before, and it's a bit fisticuffs, so I'm a bit... but... We'll see. They're a bit ruthless at this one, but it's the only one that's open that you can go selling at. So,
well, if anything happens, Sam, you can always walk away, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Always step back and walk away.
We'll see. Gaz is coming with me, so it's not so bad. So
yeah,
have him as a bouncer.
Good, yeah.
Go oi.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
I don't know if Zahir's still here, but I was having technical issues before I came on. I was trying to do the 2-camera thing that a few YouTubers have done on StreamYard, so I could photograph while I'm on, and it just, even though I had the sound turned right down and muted, it still kept echoing. I was still getting sound coming out of my phone on the stream.
Yeah, it's very strange. And we tried muted it from both sources as well, wasn't it? From the laptop and from the phone, and it was still echoing really odd. Hello to all the people in the chat, by the way. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, morning.
More people have joined since I said hello at the beginning. Hope you're all good this morning.
Saturday morning.
I watched Frozen 2 last night. Darren fell asleep. But
Why? Why?
It was good. It was.
No. I disagree. Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, I haven't seen it, so I can't really say. But I did once try watching Frozen, the first one, and I think I got 10 minutes in and just went, oh, good God, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Oh, you should have kept going. There was a good twist. It wasn't the usual boy gets girl, girl wants boy, all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's still the blonde one is the pretty successful one, and the dark-haired one is like the not so cool one, and the singing, like, shut the fuck up.
Actually, I did think with the second one, I was like, is it me or is there too many songs? When Darren, because he was watching it at the beginning,
And I don't even think the songs were that much fun. I mean, I have heard the soundtrack because, we've got, ears and I'm aware of the outside world and stuff. I mean, I'm not a big Disney fan anyway, because I wasn't one that was I wasn't brought up on Disney. So I've never, never been big into it at all. Obviously, like The Lion King, because it is a good classic story and because the voices are just beautiful in it, awesome. But Tangled and Enchanted. I like Enchanted because it takes the piss out of Disney and because it's got Amy Adams in it and she's awesome. And then Tangled because that's a proper cool adventure, that one. And because she is a boisterous, lass. And
I haven't watched either of them.
Oh no, honestly, they are definitely my two favorites.
I like the more things like Maleficent and things like that, and Labyrinth and all them sort of.
Maleficent's all right, I think.
I've seen the second one the other week. It was really good.
Yeah, I watched the second. Again, it was okay. It's I like that it's the other side of Disney.
Yeah.
But
the darker side.
It didn't blow me away. But no, I
like Lady and the Tramp, because we got bought that for Christmas one year on video, and me and my sister just watched it loads. I like Lady and the Tramp.
I have seen it, but again, I don't know. Just never been big into Disney. Just never,
They slightly changed it, the new one, the sort of live action one. They slightly changed it.
Yeah. Actually, the live action ones though, Jungle Book, really good.
I haven't watched that one.
Honestly, thoroughly enjoyed Jungle Book. I thought that was ace. Didn't like Aladdin. I didn't like the film Aladdin either, like the cartoon, and I didn't like the live action that much. But honestly, Jungle Book, highly recommend that one. That was great.
Morning, Kelly. Are you coming on?
Right, I'm gonna I haven't mentioned it on here yet because it was on that's it, Kelly. Thank you. It's okay. I'm gonna add it into here. So you can click on it if you'd like to. That's my new sewing channel.
Oh yeah.
Disney and Pixar, the Disney Pixar ones are obviously really good, and they do sad stories really well. Like Up. Oh my god! I don't think I've cried so hard as in like the first 5 minutes of Up. Like, geez, that's
it's lovely, yeah.
Blimey, like that is a good one, But when it's just schmaltzy, I'm a princess kind of thing, like, oh shit,
Yeah, you should. I don't believe in the message to give young girls that your life is only meaningful if you find a man.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's not the purpose of life. Maybe it is to a lot of people. All they want to do is find someone, have children. But life takes you on different courses. I thought that's what my life was going to be: settle down, buy a house, have children. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
that's not the be all and end all to life.
And all the thing about being a pretty princess and being like oh no, I mean the only person that's allowed to call me princess is Danny Dyer. That's it, right?
And as you know, I hate being called hun or love or any of those. I know it is a northern thing. I mean, it's not too bad. I don't mind being called Pet if they don't know my name.
I quite like Pet because that is a Newcastle thing, isn't it? Pet. I quite like Pet. I don't like hun. I don't mind love because that is a very Welsh thing, right, love?
Right. Yeah, that's very much up here as well.
Yeah,
it's like, you okay, love? What you doing, love?
I mean, I've had an argument with my little sister because she calls everyone darling. And it really gets on my nerves.
Again, Danny Dyer. Oh, darling. Oh, treat. Oh, yeah.
But my sister calls people in shops it, And I'm like, Mel, if that was me the other side of the counter, I would not like you calling me darling.
No,
Yeah,
true.
We had a bit of a fallout about it.
Just where are you from? Wherever you're from and what phrases that they use. I mean, I call people love and I don't even realise I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I do it to people in shops. Thanks, love. You know what I mean? When they, you know, when I'm serving somebody, if I'm in the charity shop or if I'm buying something, you know, it just comes off the tongue. You don't even think about it. So I've never had anybody really take offence by it. You know what I mean?
It's just me and my weirdness.
Yeah.
But I
think everybody has some that make them cringe.
I think I've got a delivery. Hang on a second. You carry on.
Yeah, I don't like being called chick. Right, chick. Like, that's a weird one.
I don't like being called a girl.
What don't I like?
I hate that.
Yeah, but that's a generational thing, isn't it? Oh, you guys, that's a very television, YouTube-y kind of thing.
I don't like people calling me by my Christian name.
Yes, that's true. And
doll. That's one I don't like being called.
And mum is always a miss, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
And they'll go, "Oh, Mrs. Claxton." She's like, "I'm not married. Like, I'm not my mother."
Yeah.
I'm
a few people around here sometimes call you doll. All right, doll.
Doll.
I don't like that.
Though.
What about me duck?
Oh, me duck. I like
me duck.
I like me duck. Right,
Me duck.
Yeah, that's a sweet one.
That's quite sweet. Yeah. They don't say it up here very much, but I wouldn't mind that.
That's what she says. She calls people duck. Yeah.
Sorry if you heard Monty there.
It's all right, me duck. Don't you?
I have got him trained not to bark at the Hermes man, but he's barking again.
No, it's because he's going presents.
No, he's just protecting his owner. That's all he's doing.
I've just washed my hands. I took we have a little system. I've got a little sign on the front door. Basically, I stick my hand through the blinds, put my thumb up as if to say, yes, thank you. He leaves and I go and get it. So.
Our postie around here puts it on the doorstep, knocks on the door, puts it on post up, and then stands at the bottom of the drive and then waits for us to open the door and then just goes, right. And then
we do the same. We do the same, and then I go out and lick his face.
Morning.
Hi, Sam. Yeah,
What's with Sam's thing? Ain't you done your hair?
No, I look like Beetlejuice, and I've no bra on, so I don't think.
Well, I always look like Beetlejuice or Medusa, depending on which.
Anyway, what are you doing up at Cracker Sparrows?
Hey, I've been up since 8:15. I got up, and I've been photographing Lego already.
Oh, very good.
Oh, so I picked up about 4 kilo of Lego yesterday.
Oh, jealous. What you got?
Really? No, I don't know why I did it. I just couldn't leave it behind. Don't know. It's just in a great big box.
You don't know what you've got?
I didn't know, do we, heck? Just a box of Lego.
Has it got any instructions in it?
No.
Just random.
It's just a great big job lot of. It's got like little plane things and it's got little dog figures in it. Like them, and it's got a ninja turtle in it.
Oh,
a green ninja turtle.
Oh, so you haven't decided what you're doing, mate? Is it going to stay there till about next July?
Might leave it a bit longer than that, actually.
No, I thought you put that on Marketplace.
No, I've put it on Spock.
Ah.
I've chucked it on
I've sold
Spock.
a couple of things on Spock.
Quite high, see whether I get any offers. So.
Are you shipping it?
Very low, Sam.
The volume.
Yeah, I can't hear you very well. I'm straining to listen.
I usually can hear me over 3 fields. I've got fog on.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Look, I had my tripod set up and everything behind me to film my photography bit, and I just couldn't get it to work without echoing.
Yeah, it's weird because it worked fine on mine, didn't it? I don't know what we've done different.
Technology, eh?
Yeah,
just temperamental.
Lex, I listed 10 jewellery items yesterday.
Ooh, well done. Nice one.
And I've got another 10 drafted for today.
Hey, see, you're getting into it now.
Well, I am, and I've was watching Texas Girl Treasures the other night, and I watched a video on like describing jewellery, and I've took some advice off her video, and it's working okay for me. Which is basically just put into Google what you see. You look at the piece. What do you see when you look at the piece? Put it into Google, see what comes up, see what images come up, click on the images, and then just see what keywords are in there, and then just keep fiddling around with it. So just have to sell the bloody things now.
Honestly, you'll find that you end up using the same keywords over and over and over. I mean, like, and if you run out of space, I always just add mid-century, kitsch, retro, MCM. That'll do.
Yeah. So, Mandy got her stuff. I don't know if she's messaged you or anything. She got her delivery yesterday.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she messaged you.
Yeah.
She went sourcing yesterday, and when she picked me up, because I meet her at Lidl and we go rather in her car or my car, when she picked me up, she went, "You come at right time, didn't you? I've just had delivery Alexis stuff and I'm dying to open it." So we went out shop sourcing all day yesterday, and one of our favourite all-time charity shops reopened yesterday, and we went and we got absolutely shitloads of stuff, but they have hiked the prices chronically. They wanted, for a sea salt dress, a lady's sea salt dress, yes, new with tags, I admit it, they wanted £40.
Oh my goodness.
£40.
The front door.
Honest to
That's
God.
probably more than what it was in a sale.
Second-hand Hobbs dress, £20.
No.
So, yeah.
You don't even.
So
I haven't even got that for Hobbs now.
It was Hobbs doesn't. You can't get as much. I used to be able to get £40 for a Hobbs dress.
I know. I sold a Hobbs dress. I took it off for 20 quid the other day.
Yeah, that's about the
I
going
think
rate
the prices have really gone down. I've had to make my prices a lot lower than I used to sell things for.
Yeah,
because I'm looking at sold, and the price things people are selling things at, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I've got to say.
Sorry.
I'm going to say I've got to say some hellos because I finally worked out how to see live comments on this.
Oh, brilliant! Okay.
On this thing, so I've got to say hello. Otherwise, I'd be rude. I've got to say hello to Ashley and Lainey and Jem and R.S. Harris and Welsh Wonderneer and Kelly.
I think R.S. Harris is Rebecca.
Carol, I know. C. Reeves. Carol.
Yeah.
Deb Hughes has said hello. Tess.
And hello from me.
Oh, Kirsten's in. And Mike, hope you're all right, Mike. And this feels really weird. and Corinne.
Hi, Corinne.
And Lex. And Sam with no face, which seems really, really weird.
Yeah. I'm doing.
Ashley was just saying that it could be because my devices are too close to each other, and that's what's causing the echo.
But mine was literally right next, like I had laptop and literally it was right there.
What it was I couldn't turn the volume down on the. So I had the StreamYard open on my phone, which was obviously there, and I had the volume turned down. I had the mute muted, but me and Lex were both still echoing on that phone, even though the volume was turned down completely. So that's the bit that I don't get.
Yeah.
Did you mute it on StreamYard, the second camera?
Yeah.
Oh, no good asking me.
No, Z's.
And then I thought, it could be because I'm using my old phone. So I swapped it to my new iPhone 11. Still done the same thing. So
we need a computery person. That's what we were saying. We need a computery person.
Well, I ought to go on Carla's Masked Reseller because when she says, "Who do you want to swap with?" I want to swap with Pam, so I get Darren for a bit so we can sort out all my technical things.
Yeah. Come round, I need you to sort out all of these things for me.
Plus, Pam's really successful and good at what she does, and then I get Darren as a side, you know. positive.
Totally.
I could come in and just go, just sort that. So I can.
Although you don't want to swap with Pam at the moment because she's doing massive inventory, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait till she's done a stock take.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sod that.
Yeah.
The muck micked. The mute marked. Oh no.
Right, guys, I'm going to fire off. I'm going to go and get a shower and then go down to the
Go get dressed, you stinker.
I know. I'm going to
Have
do
a good
something
day,
with the head.
Sam.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I've had something arrive. Shall I open it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that for a fantastic box. It feels like it's made of wood, and then they've gone and put blooming fragile tape all over it. I think it's something I bid on.
Some makeup on. She's saying.
Yay.
Who's putting the makeup on?
Leah's going to put some makeup on.
Don't do makeup.
I'm doing, putting on mascara face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what time are you going out?
I'm getting on the 10:55 train. Which I should probably tell Carl about, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it might be an idea.
Yeah.
Unless Josh is picking you up, and then it don't matter what time train you get.
Hi, Heather.
Yeah.
Morning. Oh, look at this. It all comes off. That's good.
Ooh. You got a parcel there, sis?
Yes, I think it's something I bid on, but
If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have worn makeup for months and months. I need
to put a bit of stuff on for Lainey later. Looking tired.
I've honestly, there's only been one day where I've sent in, not even in my pajamas, because I was in my lounge suit, which was different. That's not pajamas. And I put makeup on at least once a week, I think, even if I haven't gone anywhere or done anything, or
Look at that for packaging.
Wow.
Nice.
Good packaging.
It's all foam lines, that. Oh, God, if I get a big, expensive piece of china, I can stick it in
good
there.
Box, that. Good box.
Actually, I'm getting the feeling it's in its original box, which is a bit... Oh, sorry about squeaky.
That's
Okay.
okay.
We're excited to see what you got.
Yeah.
I'm always squeaky.
Yeah.
I'm generally very lazy about makeup, so the fact that I realise I do look a lot better with it on kind of makes me think maybe I should do it a bit more.
Oh, no, you don't need it.
I look very old and tired sometimes.
No.
Maybe I should get something done.
I mean, yesterday, I know I looked more fresh-faced yesterday, but I had a lot of makeup on. I've got minimal makeup on today.
But you've got lovely skin, Karen.
Do you think?
You sort of English rose and you're properly... Yeah. That's how it appears to me. Ooh.
Oh, it's a display thingamajiggy. Oh, is it? No, it's not. It's an ornament.
It is a display thingamajiggy. It's got a hole in its ear. I think it was designed as an ornament.
Oh.
She's got lovely boobage.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm quite jealous.
But I don't know if somebody's just pushed the hole in there for an earring. But I thought that one might be nice display on Etsy for.
Yeah.
And I've got long danglies. Made in China.
I might have accidentally just bought a lot of vintage jewellery off eBay.
Have you?
Oh, I like her.
Oh, I'm bagging. Accidentally pressed the button.
I accidentally pressed the button. Well, they went and I offered, and then they came back with a counter offer, and I accidentally pressed okay then.
Well, it's obviously good stuff because you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, there's two, well, £14, so £28. So there was two, and I spied a few bits in there and was like, I like that bit. I want that bit for me.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough, isn't it?
And then the rest is all fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a bloody posh box, Kelly, that. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, well, we got
She doesn't like the feel of makeup on her skin. I don't either. So I only wear primer, which feels like moisturiser, or tinted moisturiser.
Oh, that means crying. Oh, bugger.
What?
Someone's bought next door. Baby on the way.
Oh.
Oh,
And they play music really loud.
could be worse. Could have got a few teenagers and a few dogs and a couple of chickens.
Chickens will be all right. Chickens I can handle.
Yeah, we've got chickens next door, but their dog apparently, I've nicknamed their dog Kenny the Killer because he's basically eaten 2 out of 4 of their chickens.
Oh
Oh,
Oh no, Kenny, you killer! But he's petrified of my cat. That's really bad, isn't it?
yeah.
It's accidental, you know. Well, obviously, but they've got. I think they've still got the lizard there, and a cat. So yeah, it's a menagerie, and at one stage there were 3 teenage boys at home. But they, of course, what happens with teenagers? They get up and leave. That's hopefully. So gets a bit more peaceful these days.
I'll show the chat my sister's new kitten.
Oh,
Kitten.
oh, I thought, yeah. Is it a cute one with a little face? Yeah, the little.
This is Oreo, and my because one of my sister's cats died a few weeks back, and so they've got a kitten now. And they've got an old cat called Einstein, so I don't know what Einstein's going to think of Oreo, but
Yeah. The cats generally don't mind another kitten. It's if you get a full-grown cat in, but then my cat never took to my kitten, so
You tell that to my cats.
yeah.
Like
There's kind of cat flap standoffs that happen now, where one sits either side and neither one is budging. It's just giving each other evils.
Shizuma, right? Shizuma desperately wants to be friends with Azumi. She'll sniff, and like and play, and Azumi's just like, oh god.
Yeah, that's what Tinker's like. Tinker's desperate to be friends with Maximus Furball, but Max it just swears at him really.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt him there, but they don't fight. But it's just why are the cats so salty? I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, Azumi's definitely this is my house. What are you still doing here? It's been 8 years now. Bugger off.
Yeah, you've had your time. Go.
Yeah. And there's a nice little hierarchy between them though. Shizuma can't eat her food until Azumi's had hers. So Shizuma will be like, I'm hungry, so we'll put the food down, and she'd be looking around for Azumi, going like, Azumi has to eat first, which is quite sweet, so at least he understands,
They have table manners.
Yeah, it is good. Bless him. But Azumi is a right bugger. Like the other day, Shizuma was in the cat litter tray, and Azumi was just waiting outside like the tray for it to come out to just bop her one for no reason.
Just because she can.
Yeah, literally just because she can. She's like, I'm waiting for you. And Shizuma's just say like, well, I kind of want to come out because I don't want to stay in here. It's like, can I? And then she's like, bop. Yeah, absolute bugger.
They are funny.
That's why we love them. And Azumi is definitely one for walking, I've got like my little animals and things on my shelf behind me and where I put all the cards up and stuff. She will literally just go,
oh, one of those.
And I'll be looking at her going, Azumi, no. And she's like, what, this one? You don't want me to do
That's cats. That's why we love them, because they're so contrary.
Yeah.
They won't be told what to do.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. They are the best.
Monty's really good with if you leave food or wrappers or anything on the table, he knows that he can't have them until you let him have them. Like he knows not to touch, which is good really, because you could accidentally leave something he shouldn't have on the side, whereas a Labrador would just take it, wouldn't they? They're terrible.
Yeah.
I've not even trained Philip how to do that yet. If I want to get a biscuit in our house, I have to hide it. I've got some behind laptop and I've got some in fridge up here.
I do hide stuff.
Just can't resist stuff. It's
Because Darren's a bit like
You shouldn't have things to hide,
I
Karen.
know.
You left yourself open for that one.
It's not that you're just not allowed. You can't have them.
Can I just say, I've got a bar of dairy milk that I've had for over a week sat in the fridge and I haven't touched it.
You had a hypo the other day, though.
I
Yes.
was going to say, I don't think it goes terribly well with diabetes.
Well, yeah, but I can have it if I want it. I just have
Mm.
to have more insulin.
You have to stop wanting it.
I was watching a video on how to not crave sugar anymore. And basically,
Stop eating it.
what it is, don't eat it.
Yeah.
Don't eat it and you don't crave it.
Karen, right?
Yeah.
Like at the start of my keto experiment, and this is something I learned while I was doing it, right?
Right.
I bought 2 boxes of these, right? And I thought that I could have these because they are low sugar, high protein. So, and I love these. This is my favorite flavor, right? And they don't have too much of an impact on my blood sugar, but they do, like, they're not recommended. They can make you crave more. That's why they say don't have them on keto, because if you have them, then you fancy having sweet stuff and then you eat more, etc. And I tell you what, they, as you can see, they're up there and they're still wrapped. Like, just haven't. I'll fancy a sweet thing occasionally, but that ends up being like I had a spoonful of. Oh my god! I'll show you. It's amazing.
Is this your hazelnut butter?
Oh
yeah! I told Darren about that. He wants some.
It's so nice. Honestly, like so good, and that won't spike your blood sugars, and it tastes, honestly, to me it's better than Nutella because it's crunchy as well.
But I love Nutella. I do have a addiction to it. Well, it's one of my 5 a day.
It is so, honestly, it's so nice. Highly recommend.
Yeah, but I don't have a sugar spike thing. It doesn't do that to me, so
yeah,
I don't have an issue with it. But if it did, I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't have it in the house.
I was eating it with a spoon yesterday, and I was like, "That is so good."
Isn't it funny how all bodies are different? Because I'm having to force feed myself this banana.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel sick. I've got to eat something. What can I eat? Oh no. And I think, well, I don't have to chew this much. I'll have that.
Yeah, and you have to eat, or you're not, or you're going to lose your appetite.
Yeah.
I don't eat in the mornings. I can't eat in the mornings, even though I take my meds in the morning, and I should eat with the meds. I just can't do it.
I don't know if it's because of having about 20 years of doing fasting, which I didn't realise until it got a modern trendy thing, that I was actually doing fasting, because I would get home from work about 8 o'clock at night, would eat about 9, and then I wouldn't eat, can't face breakfast, and it'd probably be 2 o'clock next day, and I'd think, oh, I've gone a bit woozy, I need to eat something, and I'd call in the garage and grab a breakfast bap or something.
Yeah.
So I was going from like 9 or 10 o'clock at night until 2 o'clock the following afternoon without food, and only eating when I felt the need to eat. I never liked fancy food.
I'm a bit the same, yeah.
I'll say this because I do recommend it. It is really good what I bought. It's Barry. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna. It's Barry M Flawless primer, and it's green to get rid of the redness because I've got quite a lot of redness in my skin, so that is quite good. I haven't put any on this morning, but that's what I use when I do.
Me and Mum, we've both got like they're like thread veins, aren't they?
Yeah.
And broken blood vessels. You can have them zapped. I was looking into it before to like actually have them zapped away, and then like I've had some. No, it's not. It's not. It's like hair removal. It's the same thing for hair removal, like laser treatment. So I've had some of that before, and like it's fine. It's just like it's like just pinch your skin. It's nothing really. So I was looking at having that done just to get rid of, because it does get so red.
Yeah, I've got some there, but I've got lots of freckles as well. So.
Oh, I like freckles though. Freckles is good. Yeah.
And then when you're older, you can look forward to little brown bits as well when you get older. That's nice. We're just laughing. Kelly says she always fancies eating. It's her hobby.
Go, Kelly. Oh dear.
No, the reason I had that bad hypo the other night is because I only had soup for my tea. I just didn't feel hungry, so I ended up just having a bowl of soup, and it obviously wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what diabetes, isn't it? It's the fine line between, overeating and not enough eating.
And some soups are quite sugary as well. Things like tomato soup is very sugary.
Yeah.
It was like a clear soup. It was Knorr chicken noodle.
So there's next to nothing in it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a substantial meal.
No. But as I said, Monty was really good. He just kept putting his paw in my back. He knew until I woke up, and then I managed to wake Darren up.
That's a life-saving dog, that is.
Because when it's really bad, you almost can't stay conscious. Your body keeps saying no, go back to sleep, even though you know you're having a hypo.
Yeah, that's really dangerous.
Yeah.
You've got to look after yourself, love.
It doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't need to.
No. That's the first one I've had in months and months and months.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who lives with someone with epilepsy, that's not a whole bunch of fun either. But, I really felt bad about that video that went out the other day because I realised I dashed off and left it running. I thought I'd switched it off, but I just ran, as you do.
Right.
And then when I've gone back to it, it's just like about 20 minutes of a black screen. I'm thinking, oh, that looks terrible.
Mum was just asking if he's all right.
He's absolutely fine. Yes, absolutely fine and dandy. No, just it's very rare that it happens. But yeah, I move when I hear that noise.
Yeah.
We've been together many years. Yeah, I know what to do.
We had a customer that used to come in our shop, and he'd had that many fits that his nose was just totally flat because he'd broke his nose that many times and it'd been like reconstructed, and the plastic kept coming out, what they put in there for his nose. It ended up with just a flat nose.
Because it's the fall that does the damage, not the actual fit itself.
And also, it was terrible. One time he had one walking down the street, coming to our shop, and someone mugged him, took his wallet and his money and everything. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. It's one of those weird things that it's far scarier to see than it is to experience, because the person who's having it doesn't know they're having it. Has no memory of it. Well,
the residential home where Darren works, there's a woman there, and she has to wear a padded head brace. She has that many.
Yeah.
She's hurt her head that many times that she has to wear that at all times.
Yeah, some people do have a lot of them. This is fortunately very rare, but when someone of that size goes down, it can be, quite spectacular.
And she walks with a walker because she had a really bad one, and it caused her to get mild cerebral palsy. So she has to walk with a walker as well.
Yeah. I mean, it is a worry as you get older, because obviously you don't recover from things so fast. And, it's but nothing you can do. It's medication controlled.
Yeah.
But he is going to go back to the doctors and review his medication, because that's the second one in 6 months, and that's unusual. That's not quite right. So I have to get naggy, and I don't like doing that, but it's like, geez, you're going to scare the living crap out of everybody if you keep doing that.
Do you think heat has an effect? Because we have had some really humid nights and things and days.
Lack of sleep really exacerbates. It's true with a lot of conditions, I'm sure, but a lack of sleep, feeling overtired, feeling stressed, that sort of thing will do it. And a combination of all three. And I guess you kind of have to listen to what your body's telling you, but you still have to function in the world and crack on with things. So that it's that fine balance. And he really thought he was fine. It just took hours afterwards for him to actually take on board when I said that's what happened, for him to actually go, oh yeah.
I'm the same when I have a bad hypo. The next day I'm very tired. It really takes a lot out of you when you have one.
Yeah. And it hurts the muscles as well, because you tense up, or with that you tense up a lot, so you end up with real aches and pains from over stressing the muscles.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend, Lori, that she'd stay around every so often, and she was type 1 diabetes, and she was normally very good at checking her sugars all the time, and she worked on a fruit and veg stall, so she always ate healthy and stuff like that. But whenever she stayed around her, she did have the occasional hypo, so she'd come down and she'd try and find something sugary. And she's like, your house is useless. You don't have anything sugary at all. She'd end up eating an apple or something. She's like, you haven't got any sugar in the house. It's like, yeah, sorry.
Well, I keep little cartons of apple juice in the fridge because they work really quickly. So I have one of them, and then I usually have a biscuit as well, because you need something quick acting, but you also need something that's slower release. So they tell you to have something, quickly, that usually it's like Lucozade or something, but I can't do Lucozade when I'm having a hypo. It's weird. It makes me feel sick. So I have apple juice instead, and then a biscuit or a bit of toast or something like that. So
Yeah.
I always find when I used to have a lot of panic attacks when I lived in Croydon, and also before getting on a plane as well. So I've managed to teach myself that whenever I have a panic attack, drink Ribena out of a carton. And there's something, I mean, there's no logical reason for a Ribena out of a carton to stop you from having a panic attack, but it was just a mental link. And then with a plane, it was, I also always have to take 2 packets of fruit pastels with me, because the act of chewing, like, and also the popping in the ears, because I get very like motion sensitive and everything. It really helps. So because I've got it as part of my system now, when I'm going on a plane, like, it calms me just knowing that I've got these things that will help me deal with it. And
they call it an anchor. You give yourself an anchor to a better feeling. So it's a kind of a distraction technique, but you're reprogramming your brain to do it. It's what a lot of the hypnotherapy I used to do was giving you a different anchor and giving you a different response. And it's very powerful what you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know that logically there is no reason why, and someone told me like Ribena in a bottle once, and I was like, no, Ribena in a bottle doesn't work. It's got to be Ribena.
It's got the carton.
I programmed myself to believe that, and then I think I got on the plane with my sister, and she was like, "Oh, do you want a wine gum?" I'm like, "No, a wine gum wouldn't work. It's got to be a fruit pastel." That's what I told myself. That's what works,
But that's how powerful your brain is, that it can do that. It can give you the response you want because you've linked it to something inanimate, something you eat, something you do.
Yeah,
it is amazing. I think the human mind is just fascinating.
No, totally. And now I think I've taught myself this so much that I don't even need to eat the fruit pastels going on a plane now. I think just knowing that they're there is enough for me to get over the panic of it.
And you can imagine yourself eating one. That would do it as well.
Yeah, totally.
That would work, to imagine as if you were chewing one, what it would feel like. And that will give you the same response, because you can do things magically. We call it hermetically. It's doing it not in the real life, but doing it in your head. And that is just as powerful as doing something physically in real life, if you're good at it and you practiced.
Is it cognitive something?
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, CBT, yeah.
But you can spike your own insulin levels by thinking about chocolate.
Yeah.
I haven't got any. I don't produce insulin. My pancreas is totally packed up.
But isn't that just crazy that that's a physical response that should only happen when you're eating, and yet it still happen even when you're thinking about food? Crazy.
Yeah. But that's again how the mind can overrule the body and give you the same response. It's what fear responses are based on. It's what panic attacks are based on. Is a real feel response to something that isn't actually happening. You need it when it's happening. You need that response when you're in a real dangerous situation, but you don't need it when you're sat there in front of an exam paper with a pen in your hand and a blank sheet, which is what I used to get.
Well, that's weird. Never ever panicked about exams or anything. When I got into the sixth form, we had this tutor, Mr. Hicks, who unfortunately was going through a nervous breakdown at the time. But he did a whole assembly about me, which was weird. Like, not mentioning any names, but it was really obvious that it was about me. Everyone turned and looked at me. There was one person that I noticed in the exams, and she would just calmly, right until the end, and then just put her pen down and lean back and be taking it all in. And it was true. Like, I was so calm for exams, and I have no idea why.
It's brilliant. Yeah, I was to a point, and then life circumstances and things changed, and I developed an exam phobia from the age of about 14, funnily enough, because my life was chaotic and it triggered something. Up until then, I had a photographic memory. I never had to revise or do anything, but I somehow lost that link. And it took me many, many years to get it back, and an awful lot of stress and an awful lot of shenanigans that didn't work out so well. But this is the thing, you can change wherever you're at. You can actually change it mentally. It's always possible, and it is never ever too late.
Do you know what happened to me when I was doing my exams, my GCSEs? I kept getting, every morning I'd wake up and have a really bad nosebleed.
Yeah.
So much so that I had to have a roll of tissue next to me every exam in case I had another nosebleed. And I actually got my English GCSE regraded because to factor in the fact that I was
all over it and they couldn't bloody read.
I had a bad nosebleed and I had to come in late and everything. So and the same happened to me when I was having my driving lessons. When it got to the bit where I was going on the motorway and it was getting towards it, I was fine when we were just on little streets and that, but when it got more stressful going on the motorway, kept having a nosebleed before my driving lessons. So I had to give up doing my driving lessons because it was just not good for my health.
Yeah. Driving does bring out a lot of people's anxieties because it's something you're doing physically as well as mentally, and there's a sense of overwhelm when you're learning and a sense of danger that's slightly out of proportion for reality. So it's always a difficult one. I used to have lots of people come to me for driving tests and exams and big things like that were coming up. But I was the same. I was terribly anxious for my driving. In the years before I did hypnotherapy, I was learning to drive, and I'd get incredibly nervous. I'd be fine, and then I'd be very nervous, and it was a purely physical fear response. So I managed in the end by doing what they called a crash course, where you literally did 2.5 days, and I was just too tired at the end of it to actually have enough energy to get that nervous, and I managed.
I think I'd have to do that if I changed my mind and decided I wanted to drive again. I think I'd have to do the crash course, definitely.
Yeah, I'd recommend it, but what I would do now that I know what I know, I would say get some hypnotherapy as well, because that will make it much easier. You will actually then deal with the causes of the fear rather than try and override it, which is what I did at the time.
I think if I went and saw a hypnotherapist, they'd say, "I'm sorry, I can't fix you. You're too broken. You've got too many problems."
No hypnotherapist worth their salt would ever say that. What they would say is, what's your first priority? They'd have big conversations with you and work out what the root of it was, because all these other things are often symptomatic of something that's like a core issue that kind of powers everything else. And fear seems to be, dare I say it, for most people at the root of it. So they would deal with that. And then the other stuff kind of falls into place.
Do you know what? I once went to a hypnotherapist because I what was it about? I can't even remember what it was about. There was some, it might have been give up smoking, or can't remember, or maybe dieting actually. But he was like, and I got offended by this, but years later now I realized that he was actually right. He was basically saying to me, that is not your problem. Your problem is you haven't found the things that are making you happy. So I'm going to hypnotize you.
Big idea.
Yeah, and let's find what it is that will make it's not the losing weight, it's not the giving up smoking, it's not.
They're symptomatic of something underneath that's core has not gone right.
And I was like, he was like, let's deal with your depression first. And I was like, you can't hypnotize me into not being depressed. That's just what I am. And okay, there's an element of truth to that. You can't just hypnotize someone and go like, you're happy now, it's all fine. But what I realized later on, what he was saying is like, let's get to the root of why you are depressed and deal with that, rather than just let's convince yourself to, do all these things.
So it sounds like he was a good hypnotherapist, but that you weren't quite ready for it at the time. And not, that's the thing. It's a massive journey to go on. It's a big step.
And he did say that I was very resistant to it, because we tried to do some breathing exercises and the initial stages and stuff. And he was like, you're so resistant to it. It's very hard for you to actually get into that trance state. And I'm like, I know.
That's all it was.
My brain is just buzzing like all of the time, and I couldn't relax or anything. So
I find it really hard to relax. I mean, on Saturday night we have the no phone rule, and it has to be there. Otherwise I can't just sit and relax and watch a film. I'd have to be on my phone as well. doing stuff on my phone. I don't know why. It's like my brain won't just concentrate on one thing. So we have the no phone rule where I do just try and relax and watch the film and not think about anything else.
It is hard.
Yeah. I think
I've
got what in already, you know.
Can I just say, Kirsten's just said in the chat, have you got any tips on dealing with stress? Because she thinks she's heading for a meltdown.
Oh, bless
And
you.
I'm not an expert on it, but if you ever want to chat with any of us, you know, just link us in on Messenger and we'll do a private
We can have a
string.
private chat anytime. We can come in here and
We
do
do
it.
We do it. Cellar ladies do it sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll go, anybody ready for a coffee?
And it would be a bit of a conversation about what's going on and what's at the root of it, you know. But yeah, it's probably not one for public consultation. But yeah, direct message us and we'll have a chat, because you know,
even if it's just I need to speak to somebody because I've not spoken to somebody for 4 hours. Chat.
Yeah, I need some outside the family conversation.
Kelly once said to me when I was really bad, she said, "Come on a chat." She said, "You don't have to speak.
Yeah,
just come on and listen to all our crap or banter or whatever." And
a while ago, every coffee morning, it would usually end up with me crying for some reason or another. So, you know.
Yeah, because I'd be bullying you all the time.
Yeah, because you're such a bully, Lex.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like something that you've gone through now, and it's, you know, it's led to a change. I think you'll agree that's been so much better, and that you've been so happy these last few months. You've been sewing. It's like yeah, she's found a happy place, you know, and that makes a massive difference to it. Kind of nothing operates in isolation. That'll impact across every other area. So all the other little things that may not have been so good will all of a sudden become a bit easier and not such a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, Kirsten, do get in touch, because it's a horrible place to be, and you don't have to stay there.
And you don't have to go through it alone, damn it. Because
exactly.
You know, it's not just internet friends now; it's actual friends.
Do you know what's the problem with sometimes when you head in for something like that? Because mine will go just like somebody's flicked a switch, and I can be in the middle of watching a TV film that I'm enjoying, or I can be doing work, or I can be sat on my own in bath or whatever. But once it flicks, girls know I disappear sometimes from chat and stuff.
Yeah, you go offline, don't you, love?
Because you feel daft saying how you're feeling, because you've no idea why, and you've no reason to. And then you start scolding yourself because you're thinking, but I'm as healthy as I can be. but you know what I mean? I'm a lot healthier than a lot of other people. We've got family and everything's all right there, and we've got a home and a nice bed to sleep in, and all these things that people should be happy about. Why am I?
The good word.
And I just can't help it. It just
ought. Those kind of duty words. You know, I should feel this. There's no. Once you take that out of your vocabulary and think, I'm feeling this, but I won't stay feeling this forever, then that takes the weight off it.
I'm going to have to go, because I've got to go and get into town and get my train now.
Have a great day.
Happy
hunting with Carla.
Say hi to Carla. Yeah, but it is taking the sort of shoulds out of it. And, you know, sometimes, like I say, it feels like it's just flicked, but something has gone on before then. There's been some unconscious process that's happened that's taken you to that point where it's clicked. And what can be of interest is to try and work backwards and think what could have been behind it, because there'll be something, and you know at some level what it was that put you into that spin. But you know, we all do it. We all have moments when we just think, oh, I feel a bit crap, and I don't know why. There's no logical reason, but we're not logical creatures. You know, that's
I think sometimes with me it's a trigger, which is a nonsensical thing, and it could just be one word.
Yeah.
And it takes me back to some miserable time 20 years ago that I had trouble shaking, and then it rears its head again. And I have to work through it and think to myself, it'll flick back, and then sometimes that's in a few days and sometimes in a few hours, but I think it'll come back.
But you already know what it was, in a way. You've got an awareness, and you've worked with this for a number of years. What a good, I say hypnotherapist, but there are probably other forms of therapy that are equally. But what they would do is actually go back and change something about that time, your perception of that time, so that it wasn't always going to be that have the power it has to affect your life now, because it's past and you can't change it, but you can change how you feel about it.
That's good.
And usually it's about judging yourself at the time and going, well, I shouldn't have done that, or that was bashing yourself for it, and being able to let go of that can be very helpful. It's
with my claustrophobia, that the root of that, well, this is what I think it is when I was I must have been no more than 5 or 6. I was always scared of dogs, but my mum said a Jack Russell jumped in my buggy and bit me when I was little. That scared me, and then I had just scared of any dog. So my parents' friends had a dog, what do you call it, kennels, where people put their dogs. And we went there to see them, and there was like an alleyway between 2 big grassed areas where they had dogs, all different types of dogs, massive dogs. To me, I know there was Rottweilers and German Shepherds and that, because I'm still very wary of them. And my dad basically put me in the alleyway bit and said, right, walk through. The dogs aren't going to touch you, walk through. And it made me absolutely petrified.
Yeah.
And it was such a narrow space, and I had dogs going mental, barking at either side of me. And that was the root of my
that probably added to the trauma.
And then I carried on being scared of dogs for such a long time, until my friends started getting dogs, and I started getting to know dogs more. And then my sister-in-law said, I think the best thing for you would be to have a dog to keep you company. And since I've owned a dog, I'm so much better with other dogs. I'm not so scared now.
Well, that's amazing. But I mean, that's the thing, is people think they're helping, and it's called desensitization or flooding. That's the technical term for what your parent trying to be a therapist was doing. But it really can have, like you say, it can really set trauma in place. What therapists will do is do a gradual desensitization with a lot of confidence building. But I mean, I'd have been petrified. I mean, they're so loud and big. When you're little, they're loud dogs. They're in a confined space. It's like it's the worst of all worlds, really. Not a good thing to do. Don't be tempted to flood yourself with the very thing that scares you. Try in an effort to kill yourself. I would say don't do it.
I mean, I fight it all the time. I make myself go in lifts, and often I'll just, and especially if it's a crowded lift, I will literally hold on to Darren for dear life and just look at Darren's face and try and forget that I'm in the lift. There's loads of people crowding me. So I fight it a lot, and if I go on the metro, on a crowded metro, I have to do the same. So I do fight it.
It's very common, common. And it's about not being in control, not being able to get out of the space, and other people and what they might do, and the fact that everything. But again, that's something that usually responds extremely well to relaxation therapies and cognitive therapies and things like that, because it's something you can test out gradually, and it's something that you really can build confidence in.
I just want to say, Kirsten, you're doing a fantastic job. I wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. You're really brave for going out there and opening your shop again and letting people in, and you're doing a great job. And I can understand that it must be really hard on your anxiety.
There's going to be a lot of things there. There's a lot of conflicting needs going on, and it must be quite a stress and a strain. And obviously it can depend on the kind of support you're getting from other areas and many things. But the main thing is you really aren't on your own, and you're more than welcome to come and chat to us anytime.
If anybody out there's watching and has seen there's somebody that's selling these badges that you can wear, I would really like to get one that says that, I think it says something like you're a vulnerable person, and to make people aware of you and that you need your space. I would like one of those for when I do go out, because people, because I've got like a hidden illness. I think that's half the reason why I'm so scared about going out, because I look normal, I look healthy. I'm worried someone's going to invade my space and then I'm going to have an anxiety attack. So if anyone knows where you can get those badges from, I think they're badges. Otherwise, I might have to just make one, stick it on.
Yeah, I've not heard of it, but Yeah, just to give a bit of a heads up for people, because people it's not they're intentionally trying to be inconsiderate, but
No.
most people are thinking about themselves and not other people. That's the state of what we do. So yeah, and if it makes you feel more comfortable, which is ultimately what it's all about, then do it. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I was just saying before to Lex that my appointment's on the 15th of July, and I'm going to walk there with Darren. So.
Oh, well done. Well, yeah, I know it's a big
walk. So I'm going to walk. And they've put me on the cardio X-ray bit, which is quieter. So I'm not going to main X-ray. I'm going to the cardio X-ray bit. And it's a very small waiting room. So I'm imagining I'm going to be in the waiting room by myself.
Yeah.
Which has helped as well. So
you could carry an umbrella car in and keep it stuck out like that.
Yeah, with a pointy end.
Keep away.
Keep away. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go and get some packaging done, and then I'm back on Lego.
Okay.
Yes, I've got things to sort out today. Quite a few bits. I think I might go and collect my parcels because I had a really good day yesterday, surprisingly enough.
Good.
So had quite a good time on the bay.
I had a rubbish day, hence turning to Lego.
I'll probably have a rubbish day tomorrow, in fairness. So,
well, can you see my stack of shoes there on the table? I want to get them all photographed.
Ooh.
Oh, you're doing well.
I've got a pair of earrings.
See you later, ladies. Bye, everybody in chat.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
So I'll stay on for about 15 more minutes because I usually do an hour and a half. So if you've got anything you want me to chat about in the side chat, and if any of you are technical people and know why I couldn't get my second camera to work, because I don't know, it just kept echoing and it was really getting on my nerves, which is so annoying. So. Oh, you have heard of those badges for dementia? Oh, right. Yeah, I'll have to have a look online and see if I can find anything. Just to make people aware. I mean, if I wore a badge with my list of complaints, that would be quite funny. People would have to stand and look at me to read everything, so it just needs to be snappy, whatever it is, but I don't know. Yeah, I hope you're okay, Kirsten. As I said, it must be really hard putting on a happy face. I daren't think what I'd be like if we still had the shop. I think what we'd probably do is make it like an old-fashioned corner shop, where you've got the counter and you get what people want from behind the counter. We'd probably do something like that. My dad probably would have built another counter. Yeah, I will be wearing my mask. Actually, I've got to make myself one. I've made so many for other people because I've not been anywhere. I haven't got one for myself. I've just got a couple of prototype ones when I was figuring out the pattern. Because I didn't go online and get anyone else's pattern. I made it up myself. Oh, hi, Mama Five Sons. Didn't see you there. So, what's everyone up to today? What are your plans for Saturday? Let me know in the chat there. So my plans are to photograph those shoes there, and I think my husband is moving his PC into our bedroom so he can link it up to the big TV. What else have I got planned? Oh, I'm making sweet and sour chicken for tea with rice, probably not noodles, so I can have brown rice. Have you had any customers yet, Kirsten? You must have done. You've been open for a while, haven't you? Do I look blurry to you guys, or is it just me that I look blurry to? Hang on, I'll put my glasses on. No, it's my eyes. I'm due for my eye test, and I know I'm going to need stronger glasses. Everything's like, I'm starting to, when you look at something and you end up holding it away, I'm starting to do that because I can't see. Oh, right. Saturday is quite slow. Yeah. People tend to have lie-ins and that on a Saturday, don't they? I don't know about anyone else, but I'm really excited to see Carla and Lex's vlogs about meeting up and going charity shopping. That'd be really good. You can get a sunflower lanyard for hidden disabilities. Ah, that's it. That's what I heard about. A sunflower lanyard. That's what I need. And does it say on it something, or do people need to know what the sunflower means? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm gonna. You can buy them from eBay. Sunflower lanyard, hidden disabilities, disability, autism, ADHD. People are going to think I've got... Oh, you can get a little pin, enamel pin. Oh, you can get one that says you don't need a face covering because of your anxiety. I'm non-verbal. Or you can get different ones that say, oh, that's good. I have disability health condition and I'm exempt from wearing a face covering. Yes, I might have to, because it's like how long away is it? What's it, the 4th today? If I order something in the next couple of days, I should get it by the time I have my appointment. Yes, I'll have a look at that. Oh, yeah, question timed. I forgot to say before Heather left. Question timed with Heather at 2 o'clock. I shall be watching. Please don't beat me, Heather. I was convinced Nick was going to beat me, and he didn't. He had some real hard questions, though. New carpet prepping. Oh, exciting, though. I would love... I know it sounds really sad, but because we've got a dog, we don't have carpets now. We've got a big rug in the living room and rugs in our bedroom. I would love carpet in the bedroom, but it's just not practical when you've got a dog. Oh, well, if your parents are anything like my parents, then they'll understand, Ashley. Just ring up and say, sorry, I've been a wally. I'm sure they'll forgive you. Oh, thanks, Leanne. I've been on with Lex, Sue, and Heather, and Sam as well. Yeah, so I didn't really mention it before, but I'll mention it now before I go. So I've started a new... I'll open the blinds. It's gone very dark. I think it's going to rain. So I've started a new channel because I thought it'd be better that they were separate to this one, because obviously this is like Seller Ladies and Reselling, and me talking about my sewing but not really doing sewing videos. So I thought well done, Kelly, for washing the pots. Yeah, so I've started a new channel called It's Okay. I'll see if I've still got it. Oh, somebody messaging me, they've received their masks. Just message them back and say you're welcome. Thanks to all the lovely people that have ordered face coverings from me. I'm still going to be making them. I don't know if you saw on Seller Ladies, but I broke that machine, so I'm waiting for a part. I was hoping it would come today and it didn't. Sorry, that's my hay fever, my froggy throat. Yes, definitely everybody watch Question Timed at 2 o'clock. So anyway, I've started a new channel called It's Okay, and I'm going to be doing sewing tutorials on there, how to make things, and possibly some cooking videos as well, because as you know, I like cooking and baking as well. What am I doing? I'm trying to find the chat. Find the chat. paste in my new channel. Oh, it's not there. It's forgotten the channel. If anybody on here is subscribed, I don't know if you have to be forget that. I was going to say, could you put the link into my channel, but I don't know if any of you there are spanners and can. I need to close that. Switch accounts. Go to there. It's really annoying how much you have to do just to copy a link. Go back. Switch accounts again. Go back to my Karin channel. Go back to my live. Pause myself. Paste it in there. There we go. And it's done. That's okay, Kelly. I've done it. There you go. There's the link to my new channel. There's no point in me showing it because you can't click that. But what colour eyeshadow shall you do? Have you got anything sort of bronzy or like shimmery brown? I think the darker colours suit you, Lainey. Oh, green? Kelly said green. Oh, thanks, Jem. Don't get too excited. They might not be great. I'm going to have to write myself a script and think about what I'm saying because I come up with some weird words when I can't. My brain doesn't get things into order. So if anyone could let me know if that link works. Purple. Oh, yeah, purple's nice. I bought myself a lovely eyeshadow palette, which I haven't used yet. I used it once for the 80s weekend. And it's all different shades of browns. But I'm trying to use up what I've got first before I use that. I've never tried any wacky colours. I seen someone on like I can't remember what correspondent she was on the BBC News, and she had like she looked really 90s. She had like white shimmery eyeshadow on, and I thought, God, that's a different look. I don't know if that's fashionable at the moment or what. She was quite young. Oh, thanks, Dawn. As I said, bear with me because they might not be great at the beginning. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but where's the summer gone? I think that's making me feel a bit down, is the fact it's so miserable outside, so I can't get in the garden. I've got some lovely solar lights to hang, and it's just too horrible to do it. You use bronzer for eyeshadow? I don't own any bronzer. Where's my? I have some like little clear plastic drawers with my makeup, and this is my everyday makeup drawer. So this is a must for me because I have tiny little eyelashes, so I have to use a curler. And I have to use concealer on my eyes. Oh, thank you, Granny Kate. Yes, my link's working. And then I use eyebrow pencil because I've got very sort of thin eyebrows, so I always use that. And then I've got two mascaras that I use all the time. So this is Curl Addict 2000 Calorie Max Factor. And then this is Thick and Fast, which is like a black, it's what they're called, Soap and Glory. Is it Soap and Glory? Yeah, Soap and Glory. I think that came free in a gift set. And I use Bourjois blusher. And I use Max Factor like skin tone for the top for here. Because as I said, I've got very veiny eyelids. And then I like number 7 eyeshadows. And then I've got like a brown palette. I think that's Avon. And I'm trying to use up this Bourjois Smoky Eyes set, which is nearly finished. Oh, there. I'm using up that little bit there. So yeah, I don't use much makeup. And then, as I said, my primer, my green primer. And I make sure that I moisturise at least once a day, sometimes twice. And I think that's why I've got good skin, because of using moisturiser. Lorna B, I have a sewing machine, but I'm not very good with it. I would love to see some basic easy sewing projects going. Yeah, so the first video I plan on doing is showing you around the machine how to thread it up and wind the bobbin. And then the first project I'm going to show how to make is a really easy headband. So that's my first video that I'm going to do. And then hopefully I'll progress into do like a little sewing course basically, and progress maybe a cushion cover next, because they're quite easy. I might show how to make my mask, because as I said, it's my design, so it's not like I've copied anyone. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in similar situations where we're at home a lot because we have different issues, and working a 9-to-5 job is hard to do if you're having any issues or health problems or whatever. So I think a lot of us are in the same boat. My office looks really messy right now, but hopefully when I decorate, which is going to be this week, hopefully it'll look a bit tidier. Right, I think I'm going to go. Thanks everyone for joining me. And yeah, Monty's crying because he wants to see me because I've been away. So I'm gonna go and get another cup of coffee, I think, and then get my photographing started. So have a good weekend, everyone. I'll probably see you in the side chat on Nick and Andrea's, and at 2 o'clock as well for question timed with Heather, with Lainey and Heather on Lainey's channel. So have a good week, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.